Cloudy. It's Cloudy. Welcome back to the channel. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't checked out my past video, check out my past video. You know what I'm saying? And I know I uploaded a little slow last, like this week, last week, but I'm back on it. You know what I'm saying? I was just making sure my videos was getting its rounds. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I wasn't overstepping on toes. You feel me? But today, we got a video from the Cosmic Wonder. Dr. Doom backstory details revealed for Avengers Doomsday.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cosmic Wonder. Today we have some new specific details about Dr. Doom, specifically about his motivation that is behind him being the villain in Avengers Doomsday and in Avengers Secret Wars, or in his eyes, the hero. And we're also hearing that he has a personal...
But why it seem like all villains see themselves as heroes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, bro, some of them really are heroes in their own right. You know? They be doing things for the right reason sometimes, you know? They just do it in a bad way. That's all it is. That's all it be, really.
Vendetta against the multiverse. Now, we've been hearing that he views himself as the hero in Avengers Doomsday and in the comics in both the Time Runs Out story, which leads directly into Secret Wars. Yes, he does indeed see himself as the hero, and he kind of is actually the hero. He is the one going through the multiverse, going universe to universe, trying to save it. But in this case of the MCU, it's not exactly going to be like that. It's a little bit more evil, which I think is a good thing, since he is, of course, the villain of the two films, but it seems like his backstory is going to make you feel pretty sympathetic towards him. And according to this new report today...
Like I was saying, bro, if y'all ain't checked out my past videos, go check them out, bro. One of my past videos, I talked about his backstory before, bro. And I wonder if they gonna change his backstory, or if this is the backstory they're gonna use. But before you say anything, bro, this might be a little spoiler. So go ahead and skip if you don't want to get spoiled. But apparently Dr. Doom, as a kid, bro, he always had the powers, you know what I'm saying? But his mom was the one who was, using her powers and everything like that. He liked the way she used them. You know, he seen how powerful she was and everything like that. And, things was going on, and they were, she made some, I guess she tried to make a deal with Mephisto, or she did something with Mephisto played a big part in this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mephisto did something to his mom, and that made him turn up and want to go crazy, pretty much,
was a classic Russo brothers villain pattern, and that is the pattern of motivation behind their actions to be the villain. Now, if you weren't aware, the Russo brothers, alongside writers Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, wrote and directed Captain America the Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. And now all of them, except Christopher Marcus, are back to write and direct Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Endgame. So following the same pattern of previous movies makes a lot of sense. And here's what this new report from Alex Perez at the Cosmic Circus says about this specifically. Alex states, the Russos have always had one common pattern in most of their MCU films. That pattern being making the antagonists of their films have a valid motivation to justify their actions. Alexander Pierce in Captain America the Winter Soldier.
Bro, imagine if there was a villain in the movie that just popped up, bro. Marvel movies would be so horrible if they had villains like that just popped up, and the only people with stories were the heroes.
Believe that if humanity were left unchecked without oversight, chaos would ensue because of free will. That's why he established Project Insight with Hydra. And side note, Alexander Pierce in Captain America the Winter Soldier was played by Robert Redford, who recently passed away just yesterday. He was an incredible classic actor who has been in a lot, so super sad news, rest in peace. Man. But continuing, he states that with Baron Zemo in Civil War, his family died in Sokovia during Avengers Age of Ultron as a result of the Avengers battle with Ultron. So, he sought to destroy the Avengers from within by making them fight each other. With Thanos, he saw overpopulation as the ultimate threat to existence, so he sought to eliminate half of all life at random to restore balance to the universe. And Alex says that
I'm telling you, they basically were all heroes. They just had a bad way of going about it. You know what I'm saying? They
going to be given the same treatment, stating, with Doom, it will be similar. A man scorned by the incursions that are happening across the multiverse, dooming countless realities, and he wants to bring an end to that by any means necessary. And I think that last line that Alex put there, by any means necessary, is kind of the sentence that really hints towards the big villainous side of Doctor Doom. By any means necessary, which means by the way he wants to do it, pretty much. Because with Doctor Doom, it's not just about revenge, even though we have heard that Doctor Doom is going to have a vendetta against the multiverse, which we'll get into that in just a bit. But it's more about control for Doctor Doom. That's why in the comics, he creates Battleworld, and he becomes the literal god over it.
So, hey, I just thought about something, bro, because I've been watching Dragon Ball Z and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Bro is basically like Cell, bro, right now. Bro is finna make his own battleground, bro. He finna make a own little tournament. He finna have a tournament in Avengers Doomsday, bro. Imagine if Avengers Doomsday ends up becoming a tournament and Battle World is the arena. That'd be so crazy. And then he just have like, I don't know, everybody from all the other universes just look and see like if they win, y'all stay alive. If they lose, y'all gotta go. Imagine that, bro. Bro is really having a Cell saga right now. Bro.
One of the big story plots of Secret Wars is that on Battleworld, when Reed and Doom finally meet each other, Reed basically criticizes Doom and how he went about doing everything. And even Spider-Man is like, of course you made yourself ruler over it all. It's classic Doom. But when they run into Doctor Strange and Reed Richards and Spider-Man and everybody else is basically like, why did you just go along with this? Why don't you try to stop Doom? Even Doctor Strange says because Doctor Doom is quite good at playing God. What he did worked. He did manage to save something in the multiverse rather than everything getting destroyed. But at the
damn, bro, so we really finna see Doctor Strange switch. Bro, really finna have a KD arc, bro. He finna go to the Golden State Warriors because if you can't beat him, you might as well join him.
Very end, Doctor Doom loses because of this. Molecule Man is the one who actually transferred the Beyonder's powers to Doctor Doom, so he had the power to take it away from Doom. So when Doom and
so if he has the power to transfer it to him, wouldn't he have the power to keep it for himself? Why would you, bro? Why? You got the powers of the Beyonder and you decide to give it to somebody else. I don't see that. I can't see that happen. If I had the powers of the Beyonder, bro, I'm not giving them up. It basically comes down to ego. Doom is telling Reed, just admit it. You believe that if you got the power instead of me, you would have done a better job, don't you? And Reed is basically like, okay, yeah, fine. I would have done a better job if I were given these powers. And Molecule Man is there and he says, okay, well, if you both agree, and then he takes the power from Doom and he gives it to Reed. And that's how it ends. I don't think that's going to happen in the movie. Bro, however, I do think Doom... bro, that would be crazy. Just a flip, just like, bro, see, it's a lot of fake stuff going on, bro, in the MCU, bro. It's a lot of fake things going... Beyonder was supposed to be on Doctor Doom's side, right? He just switched sides on him like that? What's up with all this fake friendship going... Bro, what's going on, bro?
Doing it his own way is going to... starting to play a major part in the movie. Because just like the audience has criticized Thanos' motivation for killing half of the universe instead of doubling the resources, I'm sure once again us fans and the characters in the MCU universe / multiverse will criticize the way Doom went about so-called saving everything. But ultimately I do think this comes down to Doom being God Emperor of Battleworld, and it all starts with his vendetta against the multiverse. Now, this vendetta against the multiverse, we've actually heard about this recently. A recent report told us that Doom's family was actually killed by an incursion. And this being kind of the basis, the backbone of why Doom is going out trying
family as in what though? Like his wife and kids? Or family as in like his mom, dad, brother, sister? You know what I mean? Because is there a we gotta ask this question now. Is there a different type of love between the two, bro, or is the love the same? You know, it makes me wonder, did he have kids and stuff of his own, or a wife, Or are they talking about his mother and stuff?
Fix the universe,
Like
but
I was
also
talking
kill
about
people,
earlier.
is why you're going to be sympathetic towards Doom and Avengers Doomsday, and why many might actually really view him as the hero, because
And they
what we
saying the
know is an
incursions happened
incursion
because of
killed
the
his family,
Avengers, right?
so now he's going about doing two things. Remember that line, by any means necessary, he's going to save the multiverse. Well, that means, based on everything that we've heard, he's going to go around killing people who have caused incursions. That's reportedly why he's going to go visit Captain America and Peggy Carter, because they did something, or Captain America himself did something to cause an incursion, and why he's going to go visit other universes as well.
What if the incursion that Captain America caused is the exact incursion that caused Dr. Doom's family to get killed, bro? And then if that's the case, bro, and Captain America knows this, and he came back and he was just like, bro, I can't tell y'all. That's wicked. That's fake too. What's up with all this fakeness going on in the MCU, bro? Everybody acting fake. Captain America fake, bro. If he knew that this was about to happen when he came back as an old man, bro, he didn't say nothing, bro. There's a problem. Somebody got to give him a squabble.
And
he got to run a squabble with somebody
who caused these to happen, or who are going to cause them to happen. A good example of those people is Monica Rambeau. She comes from the Earth 616 universe, but right now she is in the X-Men universe, as we saw in the post-credit scene for the Marvels. And according to the laws of the multiverse, which were established in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, her being there confuses and destabilizes the universe. Combine that with a report that we heard yesterday that the X-Men universe is on a collision course with the Earth 616 universe and will kind of hit other universes on its way there, it would make sense that Doom would want to go and kill Monica Rambeau, because that would mean the universe would no longer be unstable if she were no longer there.
Wasn't Monica Rambeau, was she? Nah, that wasn't Madam. She wasn't a part of Madam Web. That was a different black girl. I'm sure. She was a part of a Captain Marvel, right? She was one of the girls in the movie.
How we get Doom attacking the X-Mansion, the scene that we've been hearing about and have even seen some leaked photos of from the set of Avengers Doomsday. Now, one could argue that Doom could simply show up and say, hey, you're in the wrong universe, let me take you back to your original one, but that's where kind of the villainous side comes out. Since the incursions killed his family, we could assume that he's probably actually really pissed off at these people who cause incursions, so instead of simply trying to help, he does it
I
want
to see the team that Dr. Doom makes
people
himself.
Instead is faster. And if you have to go to a lot of different universes to correct them by removing the person who is causing the incursion, it is faster to simply eliminate them. But since his family died, he's probably pretty pissed off. So that's probably the true motivation behind why Doom would show up and simply try to eliminate these people. And it's also probably why Doom wants to put himself in a position of power, because he believes that his way, which probably is ultimately him getting to the TVA and him basically being the god over a world and can monitor it, he probably believes that that is the only way that they can go on without having the destruction of everything. So Thanos thought that eliminating half of life in the entire universe would save the universe, while Doom thinks...
You gotta think about it in a way, when Thanos did that, there was supposedly 5 years of peace. Was there not? Am I tripping? Wasn't there like 5 years of peace after Thanos did that? Yeah, a lot of people did, pass away, but there was 5 years. So something did come out of that, bro, but it's just, he went the wrong way about it, I guess it's like, bro, if we gonna fight something, we gonna fight together. We rather not. I mean, bro, now when I think about it, bro, what if that really is like one of the only ways to get peace? But then at the same time, it's like, for all these people to live, bro, it can't be no peace. It gotta be a little up and down, you know what I'm saying? That's the balance, So he technically broke the balance. And then I guess that kind of made the world like boring or something. I don't know, bro. I feel like what Thanos did was actually, when you think about it, was actually a good thing, because it was 5 years ago.
That him being in charge over everything is the only way to ensure that it can all survive, because Doom knows best, according to Doom. Now, ultimately, I think we get to a part where Doom realizes that he can't save the multiverse, and that's how we get Battleworld. He decides to save something, and much like in the comics, I do think Doctor Strange is going to take his side, because I think that Doctor Strange is going to realize that he did indeed cause some incursions, and he does need to fix them, so he joins Doctor Doom and tries to help him save the multiverse. But again, I think we
die
arrive at the
himself,
same place. The multiverse is already on a path that can't be stopped. So Doom, using the power of Franklin Richards or the Scarlet Witch or whatever it may be.
That just made me think, bro, when Doctor Strange was looking over all the possibilities and everything, did he know that RDJ's face was Doctor Doom? You know, like, did he know that?
The Beyonders do
Especially
show up.
if you really
He
did see all
decides
those possibilities.
become all powerful and create one thing out of the remnants of the multiverse,
so,
and he saves that one thing, leaving us just one simple universe, one planet, battle world, in which he rules over. Because again, he thinks that he knows best, and that's how we go into Avengers Secret Wars. And I will say it is kind of nice that the Russos and Stephen McFeely are sticking to what they know, because the movies that they directed and wrote were awesome, the best movies in the MCU, and if it's not broken, don't fix it. So I'm personally here for this, but go ahead and let me know your thoughts about this.
Hey, I'm here for it, bro. Dr. Doom gonna be on a rampage pretty much the whole movie, and we get to see why, bro. I'm here for it. You know, as long as they give a pretty good explanation and they show enough. I low-key want to see Dr. Doom as a kid, bro, and I want to see his mom and everything like that, bro. I want to see his origin, for real, on screen. I don't want it to be flashbacks either, bro. I want to see it happen, bro. I feel like the Avengers Doomsday should be him as a kid growing up first, and then him becoming what he is. But, you know, in between that, they can kind of show, like, once he become an adult, they can start showing, like, certain things that's going on in the world, you know, like, or they could just show a little background story with him as a kid so we can kind of see what's going on, and then they could just go ahead and leap in to where he's Dr. Doom, you know? Like, they could do that, but I do want to see it, bro. That's me personally. But y'all let me know how y'all want the movie to turn out. And if y'all excited for this right here, bro. Y'all think him being on the rampage, him having that type of vendetta is going to be good for the movie? Y'all think it's going to kind of overshadow something?